Hi there. Today I am reviewing the Epson EcoTank printer ET-4760, and I've had it over a month now, and I'm going to show you what I've learned about this printer. And so I'm not being paid for this at all. We actually bought this printer for about $500. So I'm going to show you all about this printer that I know so far. Excuse me, I've got to take this call. Yellow. Yes, I'm doing a video right now about it, about the Epson. Oh, wow. It's not sold as a sublimation printer, no. I've seen videos where people said if you put the sublimation ink in first and don't use the ink that came with it, that you may be able to do some sublimation printing. But I am not an expert on sublimation printing. As a matter of fact, I only heard about sublimation printing about 2 months ago. I'm very, very experienced with printing, home printing. I've had a home computer and a home printer since the 80s. You know, I had a dot matrix back then, and then of course inkjets, and I've used laser printers at work in the office, so I'm very, very experienced with printers, but not the sublimation. So if you want to print t-shirts and everything, you have to do that investigation on your own. Do that research yourself. This printer is the highest quality you can print at. It's 4800 by 1200 dpi. But you know, let me get back with you because I'm doing a video right now, so I'll get back with you. Bye. Goodness. You're calling and asking questions. I haven't even posted the video. So, let me tell you what I know about this printer. It is a 4-in-1. Here's your document feeder. And yes, you can put a document in there and it beeps when it's in there. You can put several pages in there, and that's your copier and scanner. And it's very straightforward as a home printer. If you get jams, you can lift this up and get your jams. I haven't had many jams with this at all. You know, if the paper's crinkled, yes, it may jam, but straight paper, you're fine. Here's your copier and scanner bed right there, and you can either load the documents here or you can put it flat on the screen. Now, why did I get a new printer? Okay, I've had another brand printer for years, at least 12 years or more. The same printer. It's a very good 4-in-1 printer. Did everything that we asked. However, I was paying upwards of $300 a year. I did the math. I was paying $300 a year for those cartridges. Seems like every time I went to print, cartridge is out. Oh my goodness. So even though I was going to off-brand cartridge store and getting the less expensive cartridges, I was still paying about $300 a year. And I don't print a lot, but you know, when you want something, you want it printed. So that's why I like this, because here's the ink reservoirs. You lift this up, and this took about 2 hours to set up because I sat down, always read the instructions. I sat down and read the instructions first and the quick guide and everything, and I put ink in, and this is where the ink goes, and it's very straightforward. But I put towels down and plastic and paper down to make sure I didn't get any ink on the furniture, and lo and behold, the ink is perfect. These are their own ink wells right here, and you put the ink bottle down there and it sucks the ink down by gravity, and not a drop of ink spilled on all four of these colors. So that's proprietary right there, and very good system right here. And now this ink is supposed to last a year or more, and the ink for all four of those colors, I've researched it, about 70 bucks. 70 bucks versus $300 a year. And this may even last 2 years, because on the commercial, I was looking at the commercial, and I think I was watching a basketball game, and Shaq came on and was advertising this, and he was throwing ink cartridges all around and saying, get rid of the ink cartridges, go to this, and you'll save money. And I think I will. So that's what really drew me to this, because goodness gracious, at the time I needed some ink. So going to the cartridge store, they actually knew my name at one time. I was going in there so much. So anyway, when I lifted that up, it asked me, did I change the ink? No, I didn't. Now, here's one of the drawbacks that I don't like. This screen is very small. They did not make this for old people. Okay, so, however, I get around the screen. I use the tip of a pen or the top of a pen, or a pencil with eraser. Where's my pencil and eraser? So, and with my reading glasses, I can see just fine. And this does lift up to different angles, so you can lift that up. But you can copy, scan, fax right from here. And I'll show you the scanning tool on the computer, because I scan a lot. That's one of the major things I use, is scan. That way I don't have a lot of paperwork sitting around. I just scan it, and that way I can name it and find it real quick, any documents that I need. So I use this as a scanner. Let me show you a printout real quick. And okay. Now, this picture, and I just got some random pictures from my computer. This picture is an older computer that I had, and I took this picture about 6 years ago. I opened it up and I took a picture inside. And now this is a very good test print, because it's got a lot of different colors in there. It's got the circuitry and it detail. You can even see the dust inside the computer. Let's see how that prints out. And now I'm going to print this out in high quality, just so you see the speed of the printer. Go to more settings. I've got a piece of glossy in there, and I'm going to do it high, and I'm going to print. Now, while that's printing, on my the printer that I replaced, it had slots for the USB and memory cards. This has no slots for USB or memory cards. On the back there's a USB port. However, I hooked it up with Wi-Fi. I did everything Wi-Fi, because we do have a computer in the basement, and I can print from there using the Wi-Fi. So there's no, and I was used to scanning onto a thumb drive. So I'm going to do some more research, see if I can put a cord back there, because this does not fit in that USB port. The diagram is the same for USB, the symbol for USB is back there, but it does not fit. So I'm going to have to find the proper cord to go there and see if there's something that I can plug this into and communicate with this. I don't know. I really don't need it, because I just print from my computer and I can scan to my computer, which makes it a lot easier. So actually, you know, that's one change that I'm have to go through, is no USB up here or card, but I can do all that on my computer. That's not really a big issue with me. So it's printing this out now, and look at this smartphone. There's an app. I put the Epson app on here, and I can actually print from anywhere in the world that has cell phone service. I can email my printer. My printer has its own email address. I read the instructions, and assigned this its own email, and I got to pick the email address. And so this has its own email address. So anything I email this, any attachment, it will print. Now, of course, it won't print it while the printer's off, and I'm not going to leave the printer on all the time, but it will print, and it will print when you turn it on. It'll ask you if you want to print your emails. And so that's a good feature. I don't know when I'll be using that, because, you know, I'll just bring my phone home and print off the computer. I got to put them on the computer anyway. However, it is a good feature, and I'm sure sometime down the line that I'll be using that. Now, this is printed out. Let's see how it did. Okay. That is a beautiful printout. Okay, and you can actually see the dust inside there, the circuitry, the ribbon of the computer. It looks just like it looks just like this printer. This photo right here. So that's high quality right there. That is high quality. Now, I'll go back to the printer and show you that there's no slot for the thumb drive, but that's a workaround. It's no problem. I'll just show you some other things that I printed. This is on plain paper, Buckeye Heroes. The color is good, and you actually, when you set it up, you actually go in there and align the print heads. They print out several sheets, and you have to tell the printer which image looks clear. And so that aligned it up, and you can do that later too. But again, it took me about 2 hours to set it up and do all that. But after that, I'm printing out high quality photos. This is on glossy. This is me and my brothers and sisters from 1965, and there's my mother, and I'm the oldest. But I like printing things out like this. And on my old printer, I printed out several of the old pictures that I had, photos that I had, and I put them in frames. And the quality of the ink is such that it's still good to this day. So I'm hoping the quality of this ink is good, to last a long time, last forever. Here's another printout. I got this from the Epson site, just a test print. And as you can see, the detail of the fingernails and the pen is very, very good. I did this on high quality on paper, and I'm going to show you how it prints on standard quality too. Well, right here, I got this off the internet. This is a test print, and I hope you can see that just shows all four colors. Now, I did one of these in high quality and one of these in standard, and to be honest, I forget which one I did, but they both look the same. It's hard to tell the difference between the two. So, and this is on regular paper. This is me on regular paper. A photo of me, a selfie, and as you can see, Bengals and Buckeyes. Here we go. Who Dey. And this is a photo of the front porch area And it wasn't a sunny day when I took this, but the color detail is very, very, very good. You can even see the blades of grass there. I mean, this printer prints out quality prints. Let me print out a couple more things and tell you a little bit more about the printer. Okay, now you saw it do it in high detail. Let me just print this out in regular, and just hit print, and it'll show you the speed of the printer just on your regular everyday. Now that's a very good thing right there that happened, because I like this feature. It knew that I put glossy in. Now I'm trying to print on plain paper, and it says the paper size and typeset in the cassette does not match specified print settings. So I hit next, and then I want to hit specify print settings, which is the settings from the computer, and I've already loaded it, and so now it'll print it out. Now you don't have to do that every time, because if you're just printing on plain paper, it'll always print on plain paper. It's when you change it. So that's the speed of printing out this page. And again, now that's just standard print. The print quality is very, very, very good. Okay, and I just got, this is just something I got off the interface, I got off the internet on Word. So the print quality is very, very good. And one more print out. I just went to Word and I insert two pictures, and now I'm going to show you two-sided. See those pictures? I just got those in Word and just insert, and now it's going to do two pictures. Hit print and print two-sided. I'm going to open that. Print on both sides. And hit print. Now this is just standard print, not high quality. And you can see the printer print both sides, how it works. It'll print it out and then snatch it back in. Now on the commercial, they say that this one ink refill will do 10 to 15 reams of paper. I don't print that much. So I'm thinking that this ink will last me a couple years. As you can see, it printed on both sides. And very clear print. Very colorful. It matches the screen. Now, I see smudges on this. I do see, do you see the smudges? I don't know if you can see the smudges on this printout. I am going to see what's, okay, wait a minute. On the computer itself, on the computer screen, there are smudges. So it's an imperfect picture that I got from Word for the insert. But their smudges are already on there. So the printer just matched what it saw. Okay? So, again, very good print quality. I am pleased. Now let me show you the scanner. Scanner is very straightforward. You go to settings and scanner settings, and you can print in black and white, color, grayscale. Resolution is up to 1200 dpi. I usually scan anywhere from 200 to 600 dpi, depending on the document that I'm doing. So, and your scanner program, you just insert the app from Epson right here on your computer, and the same with the fax. You can either fax here or on the printer itself. As far as the fax goes, it's a black and white and or color fax, and I haven't had a chance to test the color fax yet because I've got to find a friend that's got color that's willing to go back and forth a few times and do a color fax. So, but it is a color fax. I have faxed on it, and it's very straightforward. If you already have a home 4-in-1, you know what I mean. So everything works out that I see. Like I said, it doesn't have the drawback, the small screen, and the lack of a USB port in front, USB and card. But again, I have a computer here, a desktop right there, so I can do it right there. Let me show you real quick the ink levels. Now this is what you're buying it for, really. Okay. Those ink levels, can you see that? Let me shine a flashlight on it. You may be able to see the ink levels a little better. See the black on the left? It's still over the second line. And of all the printing that I've done since I've had this, a month or so, I would have bought 2 or more cartridges for the different colors. And the colors are even above that line. If you can see the line, they're way up here. And the black is right there. So, yes, I'm pleased with that. I won't have to buy ink for quite some time. So, yeah, that's a very good feature. So I know other brands are now selling the ink that you put in the printer. So, and I don't know anything about them. I've just been researching this one. Okay, here's one last picture. This is about 7 years ago. We went to Washington, D.C., and we visited Martin Luther King Memorial, and right next door to that is the FDR Memorial, and it was not a sunny day. This was like in March, and it was, in the 40s, and it was overcast, and the picture shows that it's overcast. It's not sunny, no shadows or anything, but that was a very good day to go because it was only like 2 or 3 families there walking around, no crowds or anything. So we got our pick to take pictures with anything. So that is a very good, it's on like 2 or 3 acres that you walk around. His exhibit is huge. A lot of different statues, a lot of things about his life and his wife. So yes, this is good. FDR Memorial. Him and Eleanor are well represented there. Okay, if you have any questions, leave them down in the response, and I will answer what I can. But yes, I do recommend this printer 100% because, for one thing, I know what you're going through with cartridges. I know it. So, all right. Have a blessed day. I set it up myself. Even a line dancer can do it.